You gotta stop taking yourself so seriously, bro. You gotta be a little whimsical. You gotta be a silly goose. You gotta let that inner child shine. You gotta stop trying to be an adult and just be. Stop allowing all of society's judgments and projections make you conform. You can just be a silly goose. You can just be a weirdo. You can just be that guy. And yeah, it's scary. It's scary to do things differently after we've been conditioned for our whole lives to act a certain way, to think a certain way. But again, if you never try, if you never even attempt to express yourself the way you truly want to express yourself, you'll never get a reaction. You'll never see where it takes you. If you always conform and never try anything differently, then you'll never get any different results. You'll always end up with the same results. You'll be just like everybody else. And honestly, I don't want to be like everybody else. The average person is sick, unhealthy, it's the same thing, depressed, unfulfilled. And if that's normal, I don't want to be normal. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I just don't want to be where everybody else is. And I truly believe that I can get more out of life. I believe that there's more that life has to offer me than just what the average person has. And again, we need those people. We need people working those jobs for society to continue to, at least the way it's structured now. And no shade if that's what you're doing. Respect. But I just know that that's not what I want to do. And that I have belief in myself that I can get something else out of life. And if this resonates with you, then you got to start believing in yourself too. Because I've seen what is possible when you take a risk. There's people doing exactly what I want to do. There's people living the life exactly how I want to live it. So I know it's a possibility. So I know that's available to me. I don't have to imagine it. I've seen it in other people's lives. Although it may be through social media and whatnot. But it's still... and I've seen it in real life as well. So I know it's possible. So if you never try, you'll never get it. And in order to try, in order to risk everything to achieve something more in life, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. And the best way to do that is to just embrace the inner child, embrace the inner retard. Stop overthinking everything. Just take the action. Just be a silly goose, be a weirdo, put yourself out there. And just see what happens. You gotta fucking try. If you want to see results, if you want to see where life can take you. You must embrace the retard within. You gotta stop taking yourself so seriously and be a silly goose. Allow yourself to see life through a different lens. At least try to stop seeing the world through that lens of conditioning where society has made you believe and think a certain way. Believe things that do not serve you. The most successful people are the ones that do not conform to the consensus. In order to make a difference, you need to be different. You gotta be a fucking weirdo. You gotta stop caring so much about what other people think of you. You gotta stop allowing those intrusive thoughts win. You gotta take the action regardless. You gotta stand up for yourself and bet on yourself for once. Believe in yourself for once. And I'm basically talking to myself right now, but goddamn, it's just sad to see the state of most people's lives because they've completely abandoned their authentic self. Especially like in cities, man, it's terrible to see the just lifelessness and lack of expression and authenticity in people. They don't know who they are anymore because society has conditioned them to be this thing that they're not. And again, no shade, but I'm just abandoning everything that society has taught me, and I'm just allowing myself to be a complete weirdo, just complete outcast. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna fucking do what I want to do, and it's my life, so why conform? It's your life. Why conform? Stop succumbing to your conditioning, stop succumbing to the things that society has made you believe about yourself. If you just open your mind up, if you're a little bit more open-minded and do a bit more research and allow yourself to see things differently, life can have a whole new perspective, and you can open up so many more doors and just allow yourself to experience so much more than you ever thought possible. It's really amazing. You can see things from a completely different lens. You can start to believe in magic and aliens and angels and spirits. And again, people may think you're insane, and maybe you are insane, but at least you're having a good time. At least you're enjoying yourself. At least you're living your life to the fullest. At least you're being who you truly are. Life is opinion. You can believe something that I don't believe, and it's true to you. It may not be true to me, but it still is true, just not from my perspective. Life is opinion, and your reality is made up of your beliefs. The things you believe in make up your reality. If you don't believe you're worthy, if you don't believe you're capable, then you'll never take the action. So this is why I've started to be super delusional, super delusional, because I think that's really the first step in changing your life is believing that it is possible. And if you never believe that if you never at least play with the idea that it is possible, if you're not a little bit delusional, then you'll never even consider taking the action towards living a more fulfilling life. So Be delusional. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do things differently. If you act differently, you can get different results. Whatever your soul is calling you towards, whatever it may be, it is possible. And you need to start believing it. You need to start acting like it. You need to start reprogramming your subconscious mind to be available to taking delusional action towards your dreams, to start acting differently so that you can start getting different results in order to start being more fulfilled and living life to its fullest. Be a weirdo, be that guy, be that fucking weirdo. Who cares? If you're having a good time, who fucking cares? And to be honest, the more you allow yourself to be out there and more authentic, the more people will respect you. Even if they don't agree with you, even if you're that fucking weirdo, they can respect you because you're like, okay, that guy's... I respect that guy because he's being himself. He's embodying his truth. Whereas if you're being this fake guy, if you're not really embodying your truth, if you're constantly being this fake nice guy, you're never going to gain the respect of others, because people can feel, they can sense when you're being inauthentic. You ever meet someone that's just like a complete weirdo, just complete, I don't know, nut job, and you're like, fuck, that guy's weird, but at the same time you're like, I respect that guy. I want some of whatever he's taking because it's working, because he's being himself, and I respect that. I don't know, this is at least my perspective, and I really respect and appreciate people that are weirdos, that are out there. Again, even if I don't agree with them, I'm like, I respect your opinion. I respect that you're doing your thing. Respect, dog, you know? And you could be that guy. There's nothing stopping you from being that guy except for the limitations you put on yourself. So stop being that guy. Stop succumbing to your programming. Stop succumbing to the intrusive negative thoughts that hold you back from taking action towards your dreams. Be that guy. Be that guy. Take the risk. Be that fucking weirdo, man. The world... Whoa. Tree just fucking slammed. That was awesome. Whoa. Super cool. Confirmation. So cool. So yeah, be that guy. Be that fucking guy. I'm gonna need you to be that guy. Be weirdo, be retarded, embrace the inner child, embrace the inner weirdo, because the world needs more of weirdos like me and you need to embrace and fully embody the authentic weirdo within. This is how we change the world, baby. One weirdo at a time. Embracing who you truly are. The authentic weirdo within. Much love, guys. Take care.